Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Kristen and this is Growing Zone 9B, where we talk about all kinds of things like healing and gardening and just growing through life. So Growing Zone 9B just really isn't about the area that I live in, but this is about growing through change and growing through learning and just finding new ways to enhance your life. So I just got off of work. I ran inside real quick. I grabbed a blanket and I'm sitting out here on a blanket, as you guys can see. And yes, I'm sitting cross-legged, taking off my Sperry's. And I had a client today that was struggling with the practice of meditation. So I think that there's probably a lot of people that probably struggle with meditating because they have this concept that meditation should be the clearing of all thoughts in your mind. And that's actually not true, and that takes a deeper practice than most of us have time for. Your monks and these great Buddhists, they definitely have a lot of time to dedicate towards really getting that clear focus, so to speak, and only contain themselves to one thought. The average individual, such as myself, that teaches this and practices this on a daily basis, this is a much different practice, especially for folks in the United States or folks that I'm actually used to working with. They're coming to me because they have a lot of issues, they have a lot of concerns, there are definitely things on their mind, especially in my field. I work in the field of death and dying. And so meditation is basically, for my practice, is finding a little bit of peace, finding some relief, and breath work plays a big part of meditation. So first, I would like to go over with you some relaxation techniques for breath work. The first thing is that you just want to gently breathe in like normal. Breathe in. Your exhaling of the breath should be longer than the inhale. And that is key because it triggers the body to slow down and really gets all the gunk and toxins in the lung out and expresses it, and that's really key. It triggers the mind to slow. And if you listen to my voice, that's another key piece. When I'm talking to you about the garden, oftentimes you will hear me and I talk very quickly. When I focus on a client and we are talking about meditation, I begin to actually slow my own voice down, and with the calming of the voice comes a relaxation piece to it. So you do need to be in a lovely place. Either surround yourself with nature, which is what I personally prefer to do. If you don't have that as an option, then you can begin your steps by finding a quiet place in your home or a place that you feel safe. A place that you feel safe is very important because it will allow for your intentions to be more positive. If you have fear or anxiety or something that is nagging you on your back, like I like to say, you have this weight on you, you're not going to be able to find that relaxation. So a key piece to meditation is finding the balance of relaxation, safety, security, and breath work. Those are the beginning pieces that you will need. So let's start from the beginning. You're going to take a breath in. Hold it for a second. Then release that breath. But make sure the release of the breath extends the inhalation. So practice it again. We'll take in a breath. Hold it. Release with extra extension. You practice this, begin this as a practice for at least a minute to 2 to 3 minutes. My recommendation is that at the beginning of this practice, only try it for about a minute. Extend that breath work until you can work yourself up to about 3 minutes of simple breath technique. Breath technique is important no matter where you are. Oftentimes, if the body is elevated or you're feeling stress, what will happen is you will catch yourself just gasping for air. Your body is natural. Your body is signaling to you that something is going on, that it's in that fight or flight pattern, and you're not going to be able to really practice good meditation, good breath work. And that's what we are looking for. We need to come to a point in our society, because we're so stressed out, that we need to take like our break or our lunch and we need to practice breath work. I often find myself doing it in one of the positions that I currently have. There's a lot of stressors in that position, and I have to constantly be a self-reminder and say, hey, slow down, just breathe. I tell the people that I'm surrounded with the same thing. Take a breath in, hold it, extend it out for an extra period of time, more than you would normally expel breath. All right, so now that we've practiced breathing, make sure that you make this a daily habit. Make sure that you're doing this again in a safe and quiet environment, or an environment that makes you feel good, which is connecting yourself to the earth and grounding yourself. That is very important. That is part of the reason why I'm sitting outside. I have the opportunity to pick up stones or these little rocks or pebbles that are by me. They are good. Use them. A lot of people have fidget tools. You can use a stone as a rubbing stone. You don't have to spend a lot of money on something that would be very costly and expensive. You can just use something as simple as a rock, a nice smooth stone, to just release that stress. That's another key piece to beginning stages of meditation. I like to take with my new clients, when they are practicing this, we will take 2 stones and you will place them down by your knees, and you will hold them and you will practice breath work. When you breathe in, release the thumbs out for extension, such as I have done. Hold that breath. Pull your thumbs back. Exhale. See? This is how I practice it. I'm breathing in, holding, releasing. It's a conscious reminder. It's a smooth stone. It's another trigger for the mind to recognize that this nice smooth stone is getting us into a place of calm. It also transitions our mind to begin the process of slowing down. This is key and important to finding a good center for meditation. All right, so practice those small little pieces to begin deeper meditation. Now remember, you're not stopping the mind from actually running. Let those thoughts flow through you as they come through, and release them through breath work. And at some point you will begin to feel your diaphragm and your body actually relax. Make sure that you're sitting up as tall as you can. And as the thoughts flow through you, transition those thoughts. Remember, because neurons that fire together will wire together. So when you have a negative thought piercing your mind, think about the beautiful sounds that are actually trying to surround you. So right now, I can hear the trees rustling, which are my palm trees, and I reflect deeply on the palm. I give it love, and I send it positive energy for being a shade tree for me, and for producing beautiful wind, and for being so elegant while the breeze is flowing through its beautiful palms. Breathing in, holding, releasing for extended period of time. It's a beautiful practice, but it is indeed a practice. So with any exercise, this needs to be a repetitive piece. Right now I can hear the rustling of the maple leaves. I can hear birds. I can hear lizards running. Birds. those are the things that we begin to focus on, because it does, it transitions the mind and it gets the thought off the negative energy. And when those negative, what I would say negative neurons start firing, you want to transition them back to peace. It's like an EMDR component where they would, if you're in an EMDR therapy session, you would be thinking a negative thought, and then the therapist may clap and your thought would then shift, like, why are you clapping at me? Because it's the process of breaking a cycle. And so what we want to do is, when you have that negative or a thought that enters into the mind that maybe is not a pleasant thought, we want to listen to the world around us and begin to transition that thought and let that negative energy escape us. So this is just a little tidbit, and hopefully it helps you to find some peace in life and to begin the process of meditation. And remember, no one is an expert. We all started somewhere and we had to learn this. This is a deep practice that I've been doing for quite some time. I also like to implement yoga and other pieces into my own personal life in order to create a positive journey. Like I said, this is something that we must work on. It's always about working on self. A lot of people say, who am I? They ask that to themselves as a question. Who am I? Where am I supposed to be? What am I supposed to be doing? And you will absolutely, over time, begin to find that. For me, I'm a gardener. So sometimes maybe thoughts come to me that are nature-based. Maybe the thoughts that come to you are game-based. Maybe you're a gamer, but find something that is a peaceful game. Or maybe you're a pet lover. You love dogs like I do. Maybe you love cats. Find what it is that you love that is a positive energy and begin to transition those negative thoughts to positive thoughts. And over time and practice, you will begin to see transition in your life. This is how you begin the steps of meditation. Now, I'm sure there are many videos out there that can also train and teach you. I am teaching you the beginning steps. I also recommend, as always, find a therapist, find someone that you can talk to, or maybe work this breath work out with a friend or someone that you love and you feel very safe with. Or, such as myself, I can meditate anywhere. I can be sitting right here in my own garden and find beautiful process, and I can escape the world around me. This is very key and important that you find these things. So maybe you have a park, that you can go to, or maybe you have, a friend's house that you can go to. Just think of areas, or maybe it's your car. Sometimes people's cars or vehicles are their escape. So just make sure that you're obviously not driving. Do everything in a safe fashion, but take these moments to find peace in order to relieve some stress in our life. These are practices that we need to begin to try to implement into our lives outside of what I've already been teaching you, which is gardening, loving your pets, loving your animals, and, walking, grounding yourself. What I'm doing right now is a nice grounding component. I am touching this earth. You can hear me. I'm touching the rocks, touching earth. That is key. There's a whole book on earthing, and I actually have that book here at the house, and so I am happy to share that with you. But if you feel that you need to purchase that book, there's a whole little documentary and movie on that. I'm also feeling the sunlight, and we are light beings. Light is important to us. We need to get that light into our bodies. We need to absorb that vitamin D. No matter what color or race we are, we need to spend time outside and get that energy from the sun, from the wind, and from the water. Remember, those are beautiful elements that we need to be trying to touch every single day. Take your shoes off. I just did it. Take your shoes off and find that grounding component so that we can release those negative energies and disperse it into Mother Earth and gain the positive from the world around us. All right, everyone, I hope this little bit of information has helped you to get yourself interested in thinking more about practicing meditation. Do this on a daily basis, and I guarantee you that you will be finding peace in your life as you continue to move forward in this journey. This is definitely a practice. You must do this daily, as you would do with any other type of physical exercise, in order to gain the skills necessary to begin that peace journey. There are other components that I can absolutely work with each and every one of you on through my YouTube videos, and as we grow through this entire process. Remember, everyone, be kind, love one another, and I will see you all in my next video, and we will practice more skills on how to find stress relief and how to ground ourselves and how to create a new practice for ourselves, so that way we are not taken by the world around us in stress, that we can just find a better way so that we can continue to walk and be the light in this world. All right, everyone, so your bonus for today with this meditation practice is that if you have a difficult time maybe getting outside, or you're not able to do that, I have a fountain back here, and sometimes just listening to the noise of water helps to begin the meditation process. So you can practice breath work with a water fountain. So my recommendation is that you look at the water and you focus directly on the stream of water, doing a deep breathing practice. So I see the water and I begin to breathe. Breathe in, hold it, release, and I go back to the focus of the water, the actual water fountain itself. The other key piece to this is that you can just sit. You don't have to close your eyes. You can just sit and begin to focus on the main stream of water, or if you have one that flows over, focus on a stream area and keep your focus there for a period of time. Let thoughts just flow through you, but then mostly just think about the water. Think about positive intentions with the water. Dr. Masaru Emoto has an entire book on water theory. So, take it for what it's worth. Do your own research, as always, no matter what practice you're beginning to implement. And it's a beautiful book. So it teaches us the intention of sending positive energy and positive thoughts to the water, and how it changes how the water looks under a microscope. They also did one on, I believe, rice. So definitely go back and do your research. I will post that information in this video if you would like to do your research on that book and the practice of positive thought towards something like the water. The other thing is that you can get a candle. You can turn the candle on like mine, because it doesn't have to be one that's actually lit. If you want to light a candle, you do whatever is best for you, and focus on the flicker of the candle itself. Begin to take deep breathing and focus on the light, exhaling. And just remind yourself of being the light in the world, and the beauty that candles can bring to you, and the beauty that light brings to you. Can you imagine if we didn't have electricity? There's a lot of people out there that are choosing to live off grid, but it's definitely not an easy life. So we begin to think grateful thoughts and positive thoughts for having batteries, for having energy, and then refocus back on self and say thank you for offering me light from the sun. Thank you for having beautiful light that we can look at. This is a very romantic and beautiful thing to have. Now, if you'd like to order a candle like this, I am not sponsored by these individuals, but as you can see down at the bottom, I actually got this candle on sale at Pottery Barn. It is a Radiance Circle red candle. It was $40 and I got it on sale for $22.99. So do your research. There are plenty of these around. You don't have to buy yours from Pottery Barn, but I have found that these actually work the best for me because their batteries don't seem to die as quickly. I also got one from Home Depot not that long ago, and it works very well, and the battery does not die quickly on it, because I have had some that just eat batteries. So you want to also be environmentally friendly when you do this. I've also ordered some beeswax candles, and I have been utilizing them because beeswax purifies the air around you and can help to get rid of that negative energy that is flowing through if you feel that there is negative energy. There's other resources that you can utilize. Do your own research. You can also focus on a diffuser. I have a diffuser, and it puffs out beautiful aromas because I'm using the oils that I order from my neighbor. But like I said, you find a area of focus that works best for you. So, all right, everyone, happy journeying through deep meditation and just finding peace and relaxation. Being a Pisces, I'm definitely leaning towards the water, and of course, being that shift, I also enjoy my candles. All right, everyone, until next time, as always, love one another, be kind, and I will see you guys in the next video on our new adventure and journey. Thanks for watching.